object.
Sweater. A whisk.
Sweater. Sweater. So this is sweater 185.
185 sweaters walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 sweaters. The 185 sweaters say, why? And the bartender says, I said no, why can't you cut on?
So 185 sweaters walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I can't serve you 185 sweaters. And the 185 sweaters say, why not? And the bartender says, because around Christmas you guys get really ugly.
185 sweaters walk into a bar. Bartender says, what can I get you? 185 sweaters. 185 sweaters say, I'll have a whiskey. All right, so the bartender gets it. Yeah, they're all good. And then suddenly he asks them, okay, so time to pay up. And then the 185 sweaters say, oh, sorry, my cart is gone.
185 sweaters walk into a bar, and there's some girls in the bar, and the bartender watches them, and they see the sweaters looking at the girls, you know. And the bartender's like, hey, are you guys like sweating on those girls? You want me to introduce you? And he's like, sweater? I hardly know her!
185 sweaters walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 sweaters. And the 185 sweaters say, why? And the bartender says, because this is a nice establishment, and you guys are kind of hoodie.
All right, I will take another object.
Earring.
Earring. This is earring, 185 earring.
185 earrings walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 earrings. And the 185 earrings say, oh, come on, man, just give me one more drink. And the bartender says, no, I'm not going to serve you another drink. And the 185 sweaters go, oh, man, why not? And the bartender says, because I think you guys are starting to get hooked.
185 earrings walk into a bar. Bartender says, oh man, where's Jeff? You know, my favorite.
Just everybody's
So
favorite.
the 185 earrings said, hey, sorry, Tom, he went to Jared's place.
185 earrings walk into a bar. Bartender says, yo, I'm not going to serve you guys. Not again. And the earrings are like, hey, why not? And the bartender's like, you guys always leave me dangling.
185 earrings walk into a bar, and the bartender says, hey, come on in, guys. And the 185 earrings are like, wow, you're more welcoming than last time. And the bartender says, yeah, because you guys are all studs.
All right, I will take one final object. Right here, over here.
Hat.
Hat.
Yeah.
Hat.
Hats.
Hat.
Okay.
185 hats.
Okay, so 185 hats walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 hats. And the 185 hats say, why not? And the bartender says, because this bar is already filled to the brim.
All right, let's do it. 185 hats walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 hats. And the 185 hats say, why? And the bartender says, because our maximum is 175. That's our cap.
185 hats stroll up to the bar, and they're checking out all the ladies, and you know, they're out to have some fun. And they walk up to the lady, and they're like, hey, what's up? And she's like, absolutely not. And they're like, why not? And she's like, because you're obviously bald.
185 hats walk into a bar, and the bartender is female, and so the hats are like talking to her and stuff, and then at the end of the night, the hats are like, hey, I fedor ya.
So 185 hats walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 hats. And the 185 hats say, why not? And the bartender says, because you guys look really mad.
185 hats walk into a bar, and the bartender says, I'm not going to serve you 185 hats. And the 185 hats say, why? And the bartender says, because this is an existentialist bar, and it's way too heady for you.
One last object. Freezer. Freezer.
Okay.
Freezer.
185 freezers stroll up to the bar, and the bartender's like, hey, what are you guys doing here? Like, we're about to close. And 185 freezers are like, you know, we'll just hang out, and we'll just kind of, you know, we'll just kind of chill out. And get it? Chill out.
their sweater